Record on that. Record on the phone. Let me know when we're live. All right. Order of discipline.
Distinction.
Order of distinction. Order of distinction.
Distinction.
Yes.
Order of distinction. All right, welcome in. As everybody coming to the live, we're on for a good week here
Yes.
with Roots and Records, the podcast that's going to be covering the Jamaican trials leading up to it. We're going to go all week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have a whole list of hosts, a whole list of guests that's going to be here. And first, we're going to start off really good with one of the best 100-meter hurdler in Jamaican history, Malaine Walker. Order of distinction. OD.
Yes.
Get that right. Practice it like 3 times before we start. Right?
I swear go.
And to my left
Yes.
is my fellow Jamaica college man,
See there.
One college. Kareem, Bowyatingz.
That is
you
it,
guys
boy.
might have heard the voice, seen the face, all over social media.
Yeah.
Had to bring him in here. Big track and field fan.
Yes.
Someone who's been covering the sport. Brought me in last year on Twitter. We did a lot of
Twitter
track and
Spaces.
field things. So have to keep the college together. Have to talk about Jamaican track and field. And this week we're gonna cover not just track and field, but we're gonna cover Jamaica.
Yeah.
How Jamaica impact has had on the world through sports. And Malaine Walker has done that better than anyone. Me personally, I've been a big fan of you my
same.
whole life. So Kareem, what do you have to say as we start this week?
Firstly, well, thank you so much for being here. I have so many questions. We have so many things that we want to get into. But I'll just start by how are you doing? Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
Couldn't be better.
Mm-hmm.
Big up my Jamaican people and the rest of the world.
Yes.
I'm glad to be here.
You got to be here.
Yeah, man.
2024 track and field.
Man.
How are you looking for you?
Well, I should be preparing for the 100-meter hurdles.
Yes, but
But obviously, working with Corey Bennett, we just started.
Yeah.
He's not a person who's going to rush him already. Tell me that. So I must say, just train. When the time is right, you shall be out there. So I plan for this year, but he's a coach. He's very meticulous and stuff, and he want it to be right. So we just have to see how it works out.
So at some point in the future, we
Some
will
point,
see
yes.
Malaine Walker back
I
on the track.
expect- Yes.
Which,
Yes.
look, we're all looking for. So the Olympic trials is this week,
Right.
starts this Thursday, and it's going to kick off with the 400-meter hurdles, an event that you know
Yep.
way too well. We have some great ladies that's going to be competing. We have Russia Clayton, Genevieve Russell,
Cheyenne Salmon, Anjanette Knight. Yeah.
All night. So we want to tap in with you and ask you about what are some of your thoughts on the crop of ladies that we have right now, where you started that trend of giving us a gold medal in 2008 in the event, a gold medal again in 2009, a silver medal in 2011. You had all that success. What do you think about the crop that we have now?
Well, I believe the crop that we have now is a positive, very positive.
Yeah.
I know the girls have been working hard and they've been improving. The field is very tough,
Very.
and them just have to go there with them lion heart. You understand? It's just go hard, because at the end of the day, I don't think 4 order allow you anymore to ease,
Yes.
to be at ease,
Yeah.
because the times are dropping every year, and they just have to plan to die when they go there. Simple.
Yeah.
Plan to die.
Hey, trust me. Once you go
It's not a normal event. I can tell you that. So you have to make up your mind to either embarrass yourself a lot
yeah.
or be the greatest in the world. You have to plan for it. It's either way, one way or the other.
So what goes through your minds, right?
Yeah.
Like at a national trials, because Jamaica obviously we are things.
Yeah.
So what goes through an athlete's mind going into trials, the first round? What are you thinking about? What are your thoughts? Are you nervous? Excited?
I'm mostly nervous when I am at home or in a hotel or
Yeah.
something like that, just
Yeah.
preparing to go. But once I put on my uniform,
That's true.
I hate that.
it's done.
That's true. That's what we
I'm
train
ready
for,
to.
right?
I'm ready to war.
Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, every athlete is different. Like some athlete will get nervous going
Yeah.
and not nervous while they relax at home.
Yeah.
So it all depends the type of athlete are you. So once I put on my clothes ready for war, the nervousness just gone. We because I'm just not scared anymore. you
Yeah,
know?
and I've always
Yeah.
said nervousness isn't bad.
No, it's a
nervous
good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. You want those nerves. That's what actually push you past the level that you can get at training. You will
Right.
never simulate, a race in training. So nerves is that thing that
Yeah.
push you through. It's really like a blend of excitement and,
Yeah.
and
Right.
anxiousness.
Like you're preparing for something.
Exactly.
And if you don't feel like you are preparing, then usually the body don't react. So you want to know that the body, you're alive, just like if you fall down or somebody come knock you, see if you breathe.
Yeah.
It's the idea that you're alive and well, and this is important. to you.
Yes.
So the whole idea that it is important, you're gonna feel nervous, and then them talk about all the chemistry and all the thing them going about. I don't mind feel that. But these adrenaline and stuff pop out, and usually, I read in a book, it gives you an edge.
Yeah.
15%. It either can destroy you to that extent, or it can give you an extra boost of power, 15%
Oh,
more.
I didn't know that.
And I knew that
Okay.
Olympic year. So even though I was nervous, I understand that I want this 15% to work for me. So I'm going to have to use it, because if you don't use it, it's not gonna work.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, definitely. Kareem, I want to take the audience on a timeline journey because
Yes, please. Yes.
Melaine, ain't it just good just know? You know what I mean? So as someone who competed in track and field from Jamaica College, I understand that it's different levels to the sport. From a junior to senior, and transitioning is not easy. So let's talk about back from high school days. Because you've been good from back then. I'm looking at the stats.
Yes.
Check the stats. It's not just senior.
Yeah.
It's coming through, and it's not easy. Think about how much juniors we've heard about excel at junior level, but we don't hear about them at the senior level. That
True.
transition part
Yeah.
is very important. So talk to me about some of your successes during the junior level, going to World Youth, World Juniors,
Wow.
and then transitioning into the senior level.
I couldn't tell you all of them,
Because I wouldn't buddy.
Champs alone every year.
Yeah.
From 96, I'm going to St. Jago.
Yeah.
That was the first
Big
year
up
we
Jago.
won. Yeah.
Yeah.
The boys and girls champs. I
Yeah.
think that's when Melaine was made. Since then, I didn't look back. World Youth, World Juniors, and in that time I was a sprinter, 100, 200, 100 hurdles, the whole works. I think my last year in school, I got the injury, and my coach said, try 400 hurdles. And I was like, nah, because I know so me I want to win. And if I win, I know I get in a trouble. That's always the problem why I don't want to try any event, because I know if once I start doing it, then I'm going to get good at it, because maybe that's just a blessing from God.
Hey,
And then
talent.
the 400 hurdles came in, and it just decided to stay.
Yeah.
All me I try fight it, So it was a blessing. I'm very grateful for everything. And even though, the event came into my life and put me upon another level,
Yeah.
it bring me all over the world. So the whole idea of transitioning from the junior stage to the senior stage is you have to be physically and mentally ready to transform.
Yeah, and that's important. Talk a little bit more about that. So you're not under 20 anymore. You're gonna be, adult. You're
Yes.
gonna be competing against the big dogs and trying to become one yourself. What were some of the main things that you think you did that led to your success? Was it the people in your life? Was the change of mindset that you have? Was it the change of diet? All those other things, because I think a lot of athletes, and not just athletes, people in general, goes through transitions and they don't realize that you have to change what you did prior to get to that next level. So what were some of those things for you?
I feel like for me, the dieting and the training and all these things wasn't the biggest thing for me. It's the mental part of it.
Interesting.
The idea that you're moving into a different level, on a different level. These are adults.
Yes.
And you're just a kid.
Yeah.
And you are going to have to find a way to make yourself relevant when there's so many others there. I talk about it already. People who want to open a business and you want to do this, but there's many businesses already out there. So
Yeah, that's true.
you have to believe that your business will flourish.
Yes.
And if you don't have that mindset, then you're not going to open your business. Because there's a lot too much people have business out there
Them
already.
not going to do it.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's true.
it will flop, it not will work. But at the end of the day, you have to believe that what you're doing is important, and that it's important to you, and that's the only way you can survive. So you have to give yourself a chance.
Yeah.
So the whole idea why many people probably don't transition is fear. The idea you have to run with all these grown-ups, and you might not be fast enough, and all of these things play a part. So I was very brave.
Yeah.
That is the one thing I know from when I was a kid.
Yes.
Very, very brave. Even at night, some of the time, me live at Maxwell Avenue, all of the pub shop them live.
Yeah.
So at night, some of the time, we want a bottle of water.
Yeah.
And then I said, Laney, go and go catch water. Laney.
Lady.
Laney, no afraid. Laney, go and go catch a bottle of water. Or you know, if them see something, say, Laney, what that? Yeah, I know, but me I walk towards. I am going to see. I have to see. So that is just it's the fearlessness of the idea to transition is the biggest thing. No, physically you have to get your body ready.
Yeah.
So, eating right, doing the right exercises, and all of these things, and also our talent is it works. But if you're not talented, you know, you have to train your body to get there. Yeah. And most coaches sometimes like people who can train up themselves because talented people now are lazy. But at the end of the day, you know, if you can get them to train, then them can be great also. But being able to train is a big deal in order to transition. And also being healthy.
Yes.
Most people get into the next level because they keep pushing and trying to get there, and the idea of everything just your whole mindset, mind, body, and soul not working together, you get injuries all the time. So the body can't seem to get to one level where it can be in a place where it's in a zone.
Okay.
So if your body cannot get into the zones, and some of the time you cannot break the transition stage. So that can be a factor for many people.
That's some great advice, honestly. But I definitely want to take it to 2008 now.
Yes.
You're going into that Olympics, you know. You're making this transition.
Can you imagine?
You've done all right here. So 2008 Olympics, everybody, that was probably one of the most memorable Olympics in Jamaican history.
Yes.
You know, so many things happened. You were such a big part of that. Not just on the track performance, but off the track, antics, showcasing the culture. So I want to talk about everything around that. But let's talk about leading into that Olympics. What was your mindset? What were you thinking prior to all those races?
Not like for many people. I've been winning all the races. so
You're winning everything. Like, give me that gold medal.
I have been winning going to the Olympics.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure that I'm not going to go to the Olympics and lose.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, at that time, I think Stephen Francis was giving us like some little, what you call it now, visual and all of these training so that you can mental training. So nice. To get you prepared for the whole event. And we learned that most of the time people go into the championship and tend to think that this is something different, but it's the same thing.
Really, yeah.
It's just more people. The environment is different, but the track, the size is the same.
Yeah. Same 400 meter hurdles,
the mark is the same.
Thing,
it's only 10 hurdles. Yeah. So all you have to do is to remind yourself that this is what it is. And if you allow yourself, or if you are to run a certain time at any time, particular time in training, and this is the same person, the same leg, you know, it's possible for you to do it anywhere else. But as I said, the mind play games with us at times. Yeah. And we have to be able to control our brain. Yeah. Can't let our brain control us. And half the time in championship, then the brain begins to tell you all kind of stuff whenever you even right. And you have to cuss your brain. You have to say, listen, Allah, you tell me know this before you, and I've done this many times, and regardless of what you say, me still I gotta do what me gotta do. Yeah. So you have to talk to yourself mentally. It's a very rough thing, and not everybody have this capability. Right. So sometimes by the time you get to the championship, you're so tired before you compete because your brain make you tired.
That's
because
true.
you're running this race over and over and over and over. And if you don't see yourself winning, then that's a problem. Yeah, makes sense. At times, if I lay down and I see myself losing, I wake up and say, backside. No, sir, I'll never go back to the gym. Wake up again, I'm here win, and me feel better about that. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
You have to change what you see.
Yeah.
In order for you to gain your confidence.
I kind of want to touch, though, on the Olympic record, right? Yeah. Because, you know, as you've said, Fitz, that year, you know, Bolt and the Shelley and Veronica Campbell-Brown, I don't think we foresaw an Olympic record. When you look on the clock and you see it, what was going through your mind then? Yeah.
Well, I mean, for me, you know, each round I kind of used to gauge to get me to build my confidence going through the rounds.
Yes.
So first round is normally the easiest round. Then probably I go put me in a lane, dash me out there, so because them and say give other people a chance. So you know that's normal. Yes. So you go there, you compete first lane, first race. Yeah, all right now. The semi-final is always the toughest race. Because some people get laid back, them reach the finals, that is all they wanted. While some people want to win in the finals. So the semi-finals is the toughest race. Everybody kill themselves to make finals. So for me, I always be like, well, I'm giving it the shot right now because if I run this a certain way, then I can see how much I have left in the tank on that day. So while I push out what I have on that day, if I run a certain way and I win and I still feel like there's a lot and I didn't do a lot of work, then wow, tomorrow them dead. You understand? So that is always my thing. So that's the test on the semi-final day for me. We just go out, we do what I have to do. If I come on and me I win with these and me all relax and me I say, right, could the clock? No. Keep them in a suspense. You know, slow it down, take it home. So I usually think about that going through and me I say, wow, if I run this at time, I so agile, where me I going to run tomorrow? And then your confidence gone to the roof.
True.
So you have to know, you have to believe that the same day when you come out for the finals, that you're the same person going out there and the situation haven't changed and you have been running with all these people for the whole year. So what will change in the finals? You have to believe that.
You have to believe them, man.
That's true. So you cross the line.
Cross the line.
You look on the clock. You know what I mean? You don't even have to wait to see if I do win. You know?
6-4. Right?
Guys,
what listen to yourself?
I remember in the interview the day before, in the semifinals, the guy tried to ask me, you know. I mean, I said, no, sir, I'm not telling him. Keep it on the levels. Keep it on the level. Me, I said, listen, suspense. You are wait at me, I wait. Me want no deal. I feel it, but me no want jinx myself. Somebody just say, yo, Melaine, I feel like if you just run this, what you going to run tomorrow? I said, I don't know.
You got to see.
You will
just
see.
have to see. You understand? So that is my thing, to keep it exciting. And keep it, you know, I'm not the talking type to say, yeah, me, I got to do this before the day. You want to know, me want to know, so me wait. Better that time. So at the end of the day, I don't, you know, somebody talk about the show before it done. Me not kill the vibe. So I just do that. Usually, I will wait until the final day to normally run.
And you definitely,
win and
definitely
see the time I say, Jesus, Olympic record. I know I was going to run fast, but I didn't know. Yes, not this fast. And I did wrote down a personal best, you know. It was 52-2.
Okay.
Yeah. And I say I have to put it down there, the impossibility of it.
Yeah.
Because if I don't put it down there, I'm not gonna run faster than I think I could run. So me have to tell myself, so me I gotta do something ridiculous, even if it can't happen. But at the end of the day, if I don't get there, I get to something close to it.
That's the same philosophy.
That's probably where the record came in. The idea that that's the time that I had in mind.
Yeah, you have to set your goal so high that even if you don't get it, if you get close to it, you still do something
right
crazy,
in the
right?
direction.
So you don't want to do something that's realistic. When they tell somebody a goal, they're supposed to say,
really,
no, man, you know, do that. But let's talk about after the race. The antics, the Jamaicanism about it, you know what I mean? Like 2008, when they are going bad. Like, with everything at the world get to see Jamaica on a different level. More than just the fact that we can run fast. Them sister, we have our vibes, have a buzz, you know, we have things.
Things.
You know what I mean? So, do you practice the stuff before I just come out? Or just say,
no,
Jamaican come out? Do you think about that? What am I going to do after we win? Like, we have to go bust a local. Like,
no,
what
man.
do you think about?
Remember, say the antics, you know, the vibe already in our blood, you know. You know?
That's true.
You know, jam rock is the period, the dancing, the antics, the idea. You grew up like this.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, once you feel like you happy, you just, the style them are going to come out. Yeah, understand? So I think that is it with Jamaicans at the end of the day. Them just know to party, them know to have fun. So at the end of the day, once them happy, I go see the fun will come out, regardless of what it is.
Exactly.
Crazy fun. So that's just us as a people.
Yeah. Jamaicans are known for having fun, you know, regardless of the time. That's one thing that keeps us up. But
all when it's serious, we are trying to get some fun out of it. Because we want to kind of think about, you know, the idea that a life same way, you know.
Yeah.
So we can't always dead and feel like, you know, the world will come down for you, you know.
Yeah.
What I also think that aids to us being so great, obviously, you know, is a lot of, yes, the fast times are theirs and the things are there, but the woman them, when they have the hairstyle and thing, you are known too.
Yeah,
right?
man, I mean, kind of trendy with the hairstyle, hairstyle.
That also brings a part of our culture, yeah?
Yes, man. The whole idea that you want to represent for the country, you know, the patriotism.
Yeah.
Jamaica all the way. I mean, we just love to be loud.
True.
Everybody have to see we, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we want to be seen, but at the same time, we're cool. So it's just that the thing that I think with us as a people, we like to entertain.
Yeah.
And that is a part of why our culture is out there, far and wide, inspirational. We like to inspire people.
True.
Make you believe that there's a possibility that you can do whatever you
Y'all
want.
made the sport fun though.
Yes.
Wanna make like y'all are on the track having fun, looking good, and we're wondering, no man, what should I go wear tomorrow or what should I go wear the next
Everybody
week?
are come with something, yeah, man.
What kind of gears am I gonna wear? Or what like y'all made the sport interesting,
yeah.
and I think now other countries are also following
Right,
trends.
that's the truth. Because even on the base more time for the opening ceremony, everybody, what you are wear? What you are wear?
It's a big thing.
So, and it's the same uniform we have, but the idea is how you put your style. And to them know some me all a style girl, whatever million where you are wear. But say, no, watch your face. Don't worry, you're gonna see it. We're not sure no thing. And everybody usually wants to see. So at the end of the day, when I come up with my style, I myself, Juliet said one night, Melaine, you're not easy. You're not easy. Because, at the idea, what can you do? But you just want to be different. So my style is always just different and out there.
Yeah, and you've been representing Jamaica, just to take you back, since junior level. What type of, you're out there, you're seeing people from all different countries, and people always know and love Jamaica. What type of pride did you feel representing the island on a world stage, knowing that you're one of the ambassadors that bring it the nobility that we enjoy today?
Well, I would even know how to explain to you, but it gives you an high, you know? It's I try to figure out a word that you can use to make you know your art. Just feel big, you feel untouchable, powerful. I couldn't explain it, but at the end of the day, the fact of the idea, you just love being a Jamaican. The love being a Jamaican, the pride of it, everybody have this talent and this, and I'm some of the time I think to myself, I may say, Jamaican are the chosen people. No, I don't know why. I don't. It come to me. No wonder we say it up myself. I said Jamaica has to have something going on.
Yeah,
we are chosen people.
Yes.
I mean, we tend to make everything, mellow.
Yes.
And different. And why are we so talented? Why our food is different? Why our music is different? Why we speak is different? Why is it that everybody want to recognize with us?
Yes.
You understand? So me I say, I have to be we.
Yeah.
In my head, this might not be true, but you have to be we. Yeah. So in my head, this is what I believe, and I walk around with my head up and feel that way. Just that way, same way.
And I it's the same thing for me too. It's like, this is all I know. We haven't put a word on it. You have Jamaica to the world, Jaminate, Irie. There's so much different words that's not really words, that is just a Jamaican thing, you know what I mean? And we just recognize that being out there with that Jamaica on your chest or wearing those colors, whether you're a fan, you're an athlete, and you're really representing, and that can tell why so much people want to visit Jamaica, right? A lot of people want to come and have that feeling. I've never met somebody that had a bad experience in Jamaica.
That is so true.
Like, they come on vacation and, there's so
we
much
get the
different
best
things.
part I word.
Yeah.
Exactly. so much different things. The best way that, and, that's why one thing I think about us athletes, that we went out there and we really were like tools that showcase, these are the type of people in Jamaica. We have a good vibes, and the people come here. If you come here and you were sad on the plane, but touch the ground.
It's
By the
different.
time
Wow. Oh gosh, you're just so happy.
I think that.
You reach. It's like some of the time we leave the country for like just 3 months or so. Or more.
Oh God. No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my! When the plane touched down, oh gosh, you come like you kiss the floor. You just miss home.
Yes.
And this is the thing, the only thing I think I want Jamaica to keep and don't lose it is the fact that we are a loving nation.
Yeah.
You understand, regardless of what it is, we are a loving nation and we look out for each other, and we share and we like to help.
Yes.
We can't lose that, because that is what makes us Jamaican. And at the end of the day, if we lose that, what are we?
Yeah.
We have to remember that.
That's true.
Please remember that.
As you're saying that, I was kind of thinking, right, out of all of your performances, right, the Olympic gold and the Olympic record, the World Championship gold, and at that particular time, 52.42, right, and at that time you were the second fastest woman alive, but you're still the fastest Jamaican over the 400-meter hurdle. So that moment, or the 2011 performance, if you had to choose one of them right now that stands in your mind, which one? Because one comes with the Olympic record, one comes with you being the fastest Jamaican over the distance.
I think it would have to be the Berlin.
Really?
Yes. Because the Berlin was also a record
Yes. Yes.
that people don't talk about.
Yes.
That was also a championship record. Yeah. And it was also the moment that many people has been waiting for with the US athlete Lashinda Demos. That was my junior rival.
Yes.
It was the first time in many years of we compete in. She didn't compete the Olympic year.
Yes.
Because I think she was out for maternity.
Yeah.
So she came back the Berlin year, 2009, right?
Yeah.
And she come back with the bang and the vibe, like look, I'm back.
Like I'm back. What's up, Malaine Walker?
and I mean, obviously, knowing me, as I said before, I didn't really love the event, so it wasn't a big deal for me. I'm running it, but it wasn't a big deal for me. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna step on my toe,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel it. You understand?
I want to feel it.
And I want to feel it is problem.
Yeah.
So I think what happened, I mean, me and I talk about this, but at the end of the day is when she really brought back the fire or light, the torch, is when we went to London. So this, so we have a local crowd, and we look a spot, Jamaican spot and whatever, and we did the race, and she won, but I feel like she rubbed it in my face a little bit. I mean, the Olympic champion already. I mean, I say, I have something. But the whole idea, to me, she said she didn't do it, but I feel like she went to the Jamaican crowd and she was like, I'm back. I mean, who now gonna get next? Who not have anybody else? And I was tired and I was bending over and I was looking at this girl and I said, you know what? If she never know me could have run, she gonna know now.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I went back to the drawing board and I started to focus, and that is probably another big thing you have to have.
Yeah.
Focus. If you have something to achieve, lock it in, and never take your eye off it. So when I train, I see her many times. Go to bed, I see her, I wait for me see her. You understand? It's like, me I said that girl like this me. In myself. So me are the cool and calm, I'm the peaceful warrior, that type of athlete. Me I go be at peace today, but when it's time to run, I go run. So if you can control yourself, that's your business. But me now go in animosity. That's not me.
You know them say silent river run.
Smile and beat you. So that's my thing. So for me, that was the turning point for me. I mean, I said, girl, sorry for you now. So when it was the final race, right? And at the whole fact of the matter too, I was a Nike athlete also, and she was a Nike athlete. But I was Olympian the year before. And then when they brought her back, not even one picture them not put up with me. My day's done. You understand? So in myself, yes, it was a lot that year. It was a lot that year. So I had to make sure that I bring it. And I like the idea that she pissed me off. Because when that happened, then I'm a different person. When it comes out to competition.
Well, thank you to her then.
Yeah, man.
Maybe it was she.
Those drivers really drive you and like give you like an extra feeling, especially for someone that you said you didn't really love the event. You were good at it.
Yes.
So like talk to us a little bit more about that. Like you were doing an event that you were on top of the world, but when you look at it, that's not the event that you really wanted to do. It's a case of doing something that you love versus what you're good at. Talk to us a little bit more about how you navigated that. Well,
it was tough, and I mean, you have a lot of athletes, talented athletes, that people force to do stuff that they don't want to do. And at the end of the day, it's just a part of our dilemma what we have to deal with as talented people. I remember training at Immaculate one time, and then you have this little young girl there that she was so good at the 100 hurdles. I knew what she wanted to do, dancing. I couldn't fathom it.
Yeah.
And then it brought me back to that place, Melaine.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I had to leave her alone because she preferred dancing while she was so good. I was telling her, how she could dominate the world, and you know the whole idea. And she was like, I like dancing.
Wow.
And it hit me, and it was like, Melaine, it's the same thing. People wanted you to be great in the 400-meter hurdles. They saw you as a 400-meter hurdler, but I wanted to sprint hurdle. I wanted to be a sprinter.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the only thing, I was already in it. She didn't start yet, so she couldn't make a choice.
Yeah.
I was already in it, so my thing is, God already blessed me with the talent, so might as well run it. But I thought if I could actually do something that I was happy about doing, then I probably would have lasted a little longer.
Yeah.
That was my thing.
I agree.
I thought give and take was I mean, I deserve it.
Yes.
You know,
Of course.
It's never wrong with that. But I mean, it didn't work out. And for me, I'm okay. Like once I achieve what I achieve, and know and believe and understand the type of person that I am at peace with my soul. You understand?
I heard in an interview you had said that you weren't happy, right? All those years of running the 400-meter hurdles and the accolades, the achievements, the money, and all these things, you weren't happy, right? And you said that upon signing, you were doing this whole, I would say, an agreement with your coaches. Say, hey guys, I want to do the 100-meter hurdles, and you guys want me to do, and I'm great at the 400-meter hurdles. So here what? I'm going to do both. At college was the same thing, and then you came back to Jamaica, it was supposed to be the same thing. But throughout all of that, from 2008, come all the way up to 2011 and 12, you weren't happy any at all. Like there was no happiness whilst doing the event.
Remember, I know with victory, you will be happy.
Yeah.
With victory. Once you win something and you achieve something, it's like you prefer to win it than for lose. So that is the reason why you put the effort out. But at the end of the day, you're saying, why is it that I cannot get something that will probably bring out a little bit more joy.
Joy.
Yeah.
Joy, inner joy. Yeah. Not just to say, yeah, I'm win the race, that's good. I mean, everybody probably have that time in their life when you prefer something but is this working? Enough people are working at them job but them not like, and they would like to do this, and then parents say, no, this year I do, I mean I do this, and then it causes a big problem because you're gonna decide so you want to do this, so sometimes you even lose your whole family because of it. You understand? So this is the stages, and I understand it. So that is one of the reasons why I made sure that I actually got great. I didn't ruin it.
Took care of that.
Yes,
first.
I took care of it.
Yeah.
And then I say, listen, it's my time.
You want to make you happy.
So I can continue to make you happy if you make me happy.
Yeah.
But if not, then I can just walk away.
So if at that time that particular person had said to you, I make you happy, I still train in at 100.
But I out there run 4 hurdles right now. But I out there run 4 hurdles right now. I didn't understand what was the problem. You and I made a deal, and almost every coach I made a deal.
Yeah.
You understand? And and then I understand. Even in college, as I said, well, she knows I don't really like the event. She said, Melaine, no. She made me run the both events. And then she said, Melaine, I know you're sprint, I know you from high school. Run all the ankle leg on the 4x1.
Really? And I think so.
Yeah. I am a sprinter.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I understand I'm running 400-meter hurdles. I don't have any problem.
Yeah.
It's just the 400 training was difficult to me. And she understand, but I can run one time out on the track, nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying, I was happy doing it in college. I never have any problem. Nobody no complaint never make. Yeah. The whole idea is I just got a championship and them robbed me. That was different. But
they disqualified you.
yeah, them disqualified me. Can't get the record and all of these things.
Yeah.
So, coming to Jamaica, I thought it was going to be the same kind of, pot of fish.
Yeah.
Is we make the deal and I'm do what you say, I'm do it, and then we come back and then at the idea, then you come up and say, you're not even a hurdler. Sprint hurdler. Listen, from champs, class 4, go straight to class 1. And
You
we win.
sprinting.
Yeah.
100 hurdles, records. Even going to Carifta, people just breaking Malaine Walker record, 100-meter hurdles.
Yeah, true.
I was good at this event. And I thought I was obedient.
Yeah.
I did what you say. You come like Pharaoh and Jesus Christ and you come and say, let my people go. And everybody said, no, but not let them go. And then God did for this tribe.
Yeah.
It's never necessary.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I went and I went and I went. And it was, even after 1 year, I started actually training because he finally agreed. And then something in the year just come up out of the blues to say, you have to go run at 800 when you are trained for sprint all year. Is this like a storytelling? Is this like a show or something?
Yeah.
I'm
Practice.
like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not a toy to play with. So I just said, not doing
Are you
it.
happy
And then that's
now,
where it
though?
started. I mean, for me, once I achieve what I want in life, I'm usually happy. Yeah. And to say I'm still on the journey, seeing if there is even a small glitch of where I can actually run the 100-meter again, hurdles, and get to a place where I believe that I should be, then I'll be fine. If it doesn't happen, the journey going there, training for it, doing it is a sense of fulfillment for me.
Yeah.
I
mean,
I don't have any problem doing it.
As an athlete myself and knowing what you've done, I mean, you've done enough to where if you stop right now,
Yeah.
I mean, you're already a legend. You stop right now, you do more than 99% of people don't ever do. I've been on the track myself and know what it is. And one thing I don't think fans really understand. My next question is going to be for Kareem. Bowyatingz.
Oh.
As a fan,
Yeah.
you're watching people compete at the Olympics, on the biggest stages.
Yeah.
You know that they work to get there. You know they must have trained.
Yeah.
But do you think most fans understand the type of work that athletes put in? Like, try explain to me from a fan standpoint what you think.
I think they understand, but they really don't understand, right? Because I was also one of the fans, like maybe 15, 20 years ago, that, got angry and I said, no, man, I force this system I'm doing, it makes no sense. Until I got actual friends who are athletes, like friend, we're up on the phone, I mean, a ball. Friend who I know, when they went out on that truck, them did all injury and nobody know.
No, right.
And maybe was placed 4th or 5th, right? Friend that I know that, have issues with their coaches or agents or the brand and never go through a bag of things. And they're still out here representing.
Competing,
I think then I had to take a step back and say, but wait. I mean, I work in media, right? And to show up every day on the radio while I go through well over 500 different things, the listeners or the viewers, they don't care about that. You have to put your best foot forward, right?
Exactly.
So I kind of, take it from those standpoints now. I mean, I said to myself, say, but they're humans too.
Yeah.
We would like for you guys to win everything, of course.
All the time.
Right? I remember hearing when Melaine said she's done with 400-meter hurdles, I was like, this is foolishness. I was just like, this doesn't make no sense. Like, why would she want to throw away her career and why should I want to do 100-meter hurdles and this doesn't make no sense until I heard her story. And I said, you know what? If this makes her happy, of course.
Yeah.
I feel like as fans, we're trying to decide too much what the athletes should do and how them should run and when them should peak. We're not a coach, we never got a coach in school.
Talk the things, yes, it's true.
We're very harsh.
Yeah.
As Jamaicans,
Yes.
why am I not know, man?
Especially
And the
Jamaican
thing
fans.
is that because they don't understand. But I must say, thank to my fans, them, big up on yourself.
Yeah.
Because
You're one of them?
not big, yes, not big. No, I don't know what is it, but people love some Malaine Walker.
We mean to know what it is.
Oh my goodness, no, for real, like everywhere. I don't know if all the athletes experience the embrace that I get when I go places where people like, girl, we love you. And why you for run one at a time and I say, no, me I get old man. So which one you get old girl? Go run. And if you come last, I mean I say what? And if I eat, I mean I say you're a madman, man. You get what I say? So at the end of the day, the part of the reason why I want to do it is because of the fans.
Yes.
Because many of them say, one more time, girl.
Yeah.
Just do it for one more time. So I am really, really trying to see if I can at least get out there one more time to say, at least if I run it one time and it go on good, I'm going to say retire. You know what I say? But just to kind of, soothe the heart of many who know what I've been through and will really want to see it happen. But at the end of the day, God are God.
Yeah.
And I him decide.
Yes.
So, but me, I still happy regardless of what he chooses. And at the end of the day, him give me life and him allow me for actually they out there, you know, I go and ping pong.
Yeah.
So me grateful for that. And at the end of the day too, you know, I want to ease off of that at least a little bit. Because remember, you know, no athlete no go out there for lose, you know. We all want to win.
That's true.
But it's just that some of the time mentally we can't deal with the pressure, and some of the times, you know, we're just probably not fully prepared, and sometimes some of we have injured to deal with that. We just don't want to tell you because we want to go out there go try to see. We can't tell you say something go on and we go out there go do way better than we expect. So some of the times we, you know, at the support we just want to see him.
Yeah, that's true.
Just try love power see me. I just tell we say, yo, go on, no matter what, at the end of the day, it will happen one day and all these things. And motivation is better than to say, boy, yeah, idiot, you can't run this and that. You know, and at the end of the day, I'm just glad some never really do it to me really, but at the end of the day,
other people definitely get
people just love it, but but I appreciate the fact that I'm always been motivated and encouraged and all of them things there. When, you know, I'm seeing, you know, from a fan or whatever the situation is, and I just want to say thanks for that.
Yeah.
You know, big time.
Shout out to
Big
the
up on
positive
myself,
fans.
positive fans.
Positive.
And yes, and at the
Please
end of the
extend the
day.
grace to everybody else.
Yes, yeah. right. And sometimes the negative one, them kind of play them part because they make you just get mad and want to really do something. Yeah, and sometimes that work for me. But, you know, the fans that, you know, the people them will understand and, you know, keep encouraging the athletes to get to the next level, no matter what them situation, because you really don't know. You know?
True. Yeah.
Okay. Just quickly, you had made mention about coaching with Corey Bennett. You know, obviously Corey Bennett, the coach of Heidel and Calabar. How has that been going for you? And possibly can we see you, you know, coaching with alongside him or something like that? I don't know.
Well, Corey Bennett. I mean, I know a lot of people say a lot of stuff about Corey Bennett before knowing him. I mean, stuff that you might hear, you might have heard of him before you ever see him. But at the end of the day, a real genuine person. Yeah. Capricorn like myself, yeah. Maybe that's why we blend. Yes. Because Capricorn people, you know, we don't really can't manage the fake people them, and you have to be genuine, and we kind of loyal. Yeah. So at the end of the day, once you're that, then you shouldn't have any problem. Very genuine person, nice person. At the end of the day, we work well. Yeah. I tell you, just even going over there and working with Corey Bennett, the idea of coaching and all of these things, you know, him kind of put me out there somewhere because I said, boy, Melaine, I need it, you know.
Yes.
You know? I need to talk to the girls. And I needed to just be with us, rally around us, and end up just traveling with him, going a couple places. Then you hear me a coach.
Oh, yes.
And then and all of these things. And then I find out just doing that, many other people ask me to assist them with coaching and all these things. And it's just opened up a big kind of worm where, you know, the coaching thing is just there. And half the time I realize, you know, things just happen to you in life, and you sometimes choose it. You know? That's
true.
And that's what I begin to realize that happened with the 400 hurdles. When God kind of choose something for you, know, all you fight it, you know, it's not going to work. Yeah, you have to go him. So it's like your father say, I send you go to school, and at school you're not going to. Yeah. And if you don't follow the path, then sometimes you get in a problem.
Yeah.
So to me, I feel like coaching is just happening to me now.
True.
So sooner or later, yes. And I've coached a few people so far, and I like it. For me, get to kill them now. Sorry. No, obviously not. But at the end of the day, I like the idea, and it is so you have so much passion, and it just feel good when you see somebody you help them out, and them just run fast, and them come and them tell you you're the best in the world, and they make you feel so special, you know. Yeah. So I'm liking it, and that is one of the reasons why I feel like, you know, I might just branch right over into it. Yeah, but giving myself that chance to really go on with the 100 hurdles, make me see what that go on with, and then I know at least one more season. And then, you know, say, if that not go on, just smooth myself, just straighten out myself in the coaching aspect of it.
I think you're going to be great. You have to understand, you're a limited resource. There's not many Olympic gold medalists, you know, that are available for coaching. So you going out there, just achieving what you achieve, can give at least a different level of motivation, you know. I mean, me can say my coach is a Olympic gold medalist. That's a different thing than saying, my coach is Greg,
Yeah. I understand. Yeah.
I'm going to Greg, don't tell that person.
Don't tell him.
Not you, me, I'll tell
Yes.
So I know that you have the possibility to take the event to our next level, but as we can see, it's changed a lot in the last couple of years, and the times have been different. The technique, we touched on this a little bit pre-recording, and let's talk about Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, you know, the new world record holder. What are your thoughts on what she's been doing over the years? Of course, you know, 2016 she made her first Olympic team as a 16-year-old, and now been bouncing back and forth between the 400 and the 4 hurdles. She's running, 22.0 in the 200 meters. She's running 12.7 in the 100-meter hurdles. You know, I definitely see a lot of similarities between you and her in terms of your talent level and your range that you've had, because I didn't know that you were that much of a sprint hurdler. You know, a lot of people known you as a 400-meter hurdler, but they didn't realize that you're that much of a sprinter.
12.7, yeah.
12.7 in the 100-meter hurdle. So talk to me a little bit about, you know, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, what you thought about her upcoming, you know, some of your similarities.
So at the end of the day, I've heard about Sydney McLaughlin a while back.
Yeah.
She's been on and off. I just growing up, at the end of the day. But the one thing people mentioned was the idea that she was all-rounded athlete. Sprint, 4, whatever event it is, she can show up in the event. And that is the difference between Sydney and myself. The idea that I could have done many different events. I run from 4 to 1, from 1 to 4, whatever it is, 800 may I run. At the end of the day, I think Sydney could have done that too. So the difference between her and myself is the fact that our coaching in Jamaica kind of stipulate a particular event. Them tell you, this you have to do this, and this is what it is. You can't do no more than one event, or you can't do this, you can't do this, just can't. And the whole fact of the matter that I went to college in the U.S.
Longhorns.
Who comes? Yep. So, University of Texas, yes. So, even at JUCO, junior college, I went to Essex County.
Yeah.
So, I've been exposed. So, I know that athletes can run whatever they want to run, as long as they can run it and they train for it. And the coaches there are not going to hold you back to say whether you can do this or you can't do that. They're excited about the fact that if you can do more than one event and you're just good at it, you know, it gives them more, you know, and more hype. Yes. So to me, when I came back to Jamaica and I've been trying to run the 2 events, I don't know what was the problem. I couldn't understand. I couldn't fathom it because Sydney used her sprinting.
Yep.
The 100-meter hurdles for technique.
Yep.
The 400 for endurance. You understand? And then running the 400 hurdles for just regulating her race.
And even 4x1 she
run 4x1. So the whole fact that and I'm saying, and when she's coming into the whole aspect that she going to run the 400 hurdles and everything like that, coming on the platform. I know that one day I probably would have to run with her. Yeah. I was thinking I would last that long enough to run with her, but the fact I'm saying, listen, give me these things. I need speed. I need all of these things. I'm going to need these things to stay so that I can be able to run to that level. I knew these things. Yeah. And that is the reason why I'm saying, do not let me do this, let me do this, let me do that. Because I know that at the end of the day, I'm going to need these things in order to still remain the champion. Yeah. Because of that, with the US athletes, them go all out, you know.
Yeah, you have to evolve.
Yes, right? You have to evolve, and being able to evolve. You cannot do the same thing over and over and over, or do the same thing all the time. You have to find new techniques, new ways to do things. You have to advance in some way. And I was just thinking, just doing the 400 hurdle stuff every day, and you know, you're not getting quicker, and you're not being able to get faster over the hurdles. Yeah, and the more you do something, the more I connect with it, you know. Because I'm a gradual person while I learn something. You can't just full-blown force give me something. Now I get it. The more and more I do it, it's better and better. It's like I'm just climbing until I'm at the top.
Not surprised with the mindset that you have.
Yes.
And the event is like 50.6. Did you ever think that could have been a possibility? 50.6. You wrote down 52.2.
52.2, and I thought that was very fast.
Yes, that's 50.6.
55.6 is kind of wild.
I even 51.
And 51 is wild.
Wild, but 50, no.
What
never.
is
Wait.
what the flat
50 is a flat 4.
girl,
Yeah, 50 is a flat 4.
Actually, I think the 50.6 could qualify her in 400
Yes.
if I look at the standards in the Olympics. So do you think 49 is possible for her?
Yeah. If
I
she
think
run
so.
56, if
I
she
think
run
so.
50.6, it's possible.
saying,
And I think
yeah.
what she's
You heard it here
doing,
live.
what she's doing in order to do that is her technique
Yeah.
over the hurdles.
Yeah.
She's able to figure out the timing of how quick she can get from one place to the next. So that is usually, even in the sprint hurdles, the faster person is the one that's going to win.
Yeah.
If you can move efficiently over the hurdles. And I think that is what once you can cut that time, then the minutes cut down significantly. Going over the
she's
hurdles.
special, man.
Yeah, man.
It makes
She
so much
is
sense. huh?
very,
But
very, very.
I know I said I wasn't going to get controversial, but I have to.
Jesus Christ, here we
Do
go.
you think
What is going on?
Femke Ball could beat her at this Olympics? What's the chances? Femke
No,
Ball,
no.
Netherlands athlete.
Nope.
Could she spring her upset? Everybody's doubting her. They said Sydney is a runaway thing between Sydney and the clock. But could Femke Ball have something cooking up that she hasn't showed in the kitchen yet? Remember you said, Melaine, you never used to show your cards, you know.
Yes.
You would say, oh,
No.
let
Wait
them
till the
go on,
time,
wait
wait till
till
the time, wait
Is
till the
Femke
time.
Ball possibly pulling one of those?
Boy, that girl though don't show no sign of breakage, you know.
And she's such a fighter.
And she's a fighter. I mean, Sydney, I've been dealing with injuries. So once injury come up in an athlete, it can be a little bit iffy.
Yeah.
Young, fresh legs coming up. Netherlands. I don't know what to say.
First, I love Femke Ball. I absolutely love both of them. But for me, Sydney is a beast. Like, she is this type of athlete that you don't see very often.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you can see, I guess it's such a special. Brother, for you to
Special.
run your first 400 meter hurdles on 52.7, that is craziness to me. She and her team, they're very cognizant, they're very careful. Them literally have her just running here and there and there. She's
Want to
going
make
be
sure,
racing
yes.
against the clock.
Yes, yes. And I think
Fem cannot come close to her.
the whole fact that she's getting faster.
Yeah. Scary times.
Yeah. If it's sprinting,
Yeah.
if it comes down to the sprinting, she's going to get it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Scary times.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're going to see something special again
Yeah.
in Tokyo.
Them girls, that's why
Yeah.
I know the 50.6. Between the two of them.
Yeah, man. And the
We'll
time
get
pushes her as
faster.
well. So,
Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah.
All right. Quick break. Commercial break. We get the
Are we still live though?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, actually.
Like 5. All right. Are we
Yeah.
looking good? All right. Back. Little technical difficulties, but
Well,
we're back.
fine,
Yes.
that happens,
So,
man.
since we're back, let's bring it back to the Jamaican Charles.
Yes.
Talk about 4 hurdles all episode.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about a little, different events to end it out. We're at the top of the hour. We're gonna end at 12. 1 hour here with Jamaica's greatest 400 meter hurdler, Malaine Walker, OD. Some respect on the name. Let's talk about some of your predictions. What are you thinking? Well, not predictions. I don't want to put you on the spot. I know that you're friends with all of these people.
Yeah.
What event are you most excited to see outside of your 400 meter hurdles at the Jamaican Charles coming up?
Most excited to see. I mean, everybody that wants to the 100 because the preparation for the ladies. But what we know, I'm not sure if it's not 100%. So already, Shelly-Ann seem as if she's gone with that event.
Okay.
Sherika. Is Sherika running the 100?
She is.
She
Okay.
is.
1 and the 2.
Well, I have always think this girl is a beast, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
once she can perfect, I feel like she's still, her mechanics and the 100 is still not good. If she can fix that, then I know Shelley. But Shelley is a competitive person, you know. When it comes out to competition, she rise up over the ocean, you know. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't ever count she out. But at the end of the day, I think Sherika is a very strong person now because she's strong over the 200. And I'm thinking the only thing that's holding her back from the 100, she doesn't have good mechanics in the 100. At least for the last, she have a tendency to lean back. And if she can fix that, then she's going to be something to rock on with, you know.
There's someone on the up-and-coming, Crystal Slowly, also from MVP, 11.27 she started with. I know she's at 10.99. She's looking good as well. The Clayton twins, Serena Cole, Alana Reid, Kemba Nelson, Brianna Williams. Any of those youngsters might make the team in the top three? In the top three?
Who would I say? The young lady from MVP.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. Yes.
They're going to have a lot of fun with that name.
That's the one thing I can tell you, you know. Frano might be a lot of things, you know, but he's a good coach.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So at the end of the day, once he prepares you for that moment, I mean, you are, if you believe that you are being prepared, if you believe that you're prepared, you can't lose.
Okay.
I mean, that energy, he's a genius when it comes out to that. So I've experienced it, so I know. You know, just the whole fact that you feel like you're outside of the world, you know, understand? So if we have athletes that mentally tough, then Frano training and preparation leading up to any kind of trials, championship, you know, you will prevail.
What about the men's 100?
Another MV. There's a
very
Thompson. I needed to talk about him. We haven't seen much.
Yeah.
Came out last year.
Frano said that he's ready.
Frano says ready.
He ran 9.8 last season.
985.
Yeah. We haven't seen him. He attempted one race.
Then cramped up.
Didn't finish. But Frano says he's in a better shape than he was last year. Now, hear me out. Anything Frano said, me work with. You
okay.
understand?
All right.
About the athletes, that is.
All right.
Yeah.
Frano may know, you know. But sometimes the athletes don't.
Don't know.
So that is the problem that coaches deal with athletes.
Yeah.
They know that you're prepared, they know that you're ready, and they will say it. And sometimes you saying it even put more pressure upon the athletes.
Yeah.
So not everybody can manage them pressure. Okay. So at the end of the day, as I said, if they are prepared, they are prepared. But it's the athlete who has to come out and actually show you that they are prepared.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if an athlete don't complete for a little while or always have issue in the back of the mind, them always have the issue.
Yeah.
They would have to get over that bar. And that is actually running a race that they run well at one point in time. So if you haven't done that yet, the trials is a test run.
That's true. And that's why you said the mental aspect is important.
So the whole fact that he want to make the team and the whole fact that everybody looking to see him and all of these things, pressure that. If him can manage it, he may break the ice. But if not, all the way from us, it not going to make sense. It not go hold water.
Last person I'm going to ask you about coming out here, 2 minutes left. We have a tragedy already in the 400 meter hurdle, Rashawn Clark.
Ooh.
And, you know, broke the national record. Not the junior record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was a junior last year.
Yes.
So the national record and the junior record is currently the same thing. And this year, you know, he's looking to go have a better year, go out there and actually come home with a medal in a very tough event where the current world record holder, you know, is out there.
Wow.
So much other people running sub 47. Right Benjamin.
Jesus.
So what do you think he needs to do to get to that next level? We talked about transition earlier in this episode. What does he need to do now that he's a senior? Is it the big dogs? You were in that position at one point.
Yeah.
What does he need to do to get over
him
that
have to know. It's okay. So when I had to compete with Diane, we went to Bahamas or Barbados. Bahamas. It was Bahamas, yes, Bahamas. And I think that was my transition stage.
Yeah.
And when I went there, I thought to myself, well, me and they here as Jamaican. Everybody is American.
Yeah.
And myself, I say, well, I have bucket even at the race, if anything, like a little dog and a bulldog. Yeah. So I say, me follow her. All me I do a follow her. So I didn't even think about the others. So me feel like me just have a strength where me can work with. So when she go, me I go, and that because I was brave. So me I thinking to myself, if them no want to go for them business, no catch she me I follow. My mother say come, me I go. You understand? So that was what I planned. But the whole fact that I knew that she was so good, I went out with a bang.
Yeah.
And then them couldn't catch me. Because they waited too long. Yeah. And then I say, I wait for her because I say, yeah man, she a come now, so I go with her when she a go, because we want to finish in a style. And the girl fly past me. I want an American athlete. Yeah. And I'm like, what? Yeah. If she don't want to win, I will win for her. Yeah. She must feel good. Yeah. She got happy. Yeah. You know? So by the time I pick up speed and start kick for finish the race, she'd have come, but it was too late. Yeah. So I think that was then my transition stage, is the idea that you have to rate them, but at the same time want to be them.
Yes. Yes. And so, Rashan, if you listen, taking it from a champion who's done it,
yes.
You have to make sure, say,
give them respect.
Give them the respect.
Want to be them.
People, you can't deny it, but go and take it.
Yeah. If you get the chance to take it.
Take it. Yes.
And you have to run like you want it to. Because at the end of the day, if I had decided to stay behind her, so say me I go follow her, then I probably wouldn't get nothing at all.
Because I'm not gone too far.
Yes, and then me can catch them up and my race would have gone. So me just say, I'm going to go. So you just have to go. Let them come and get you. It's always harder to pass. When everybody get tired of you, they're on the back, it's harder for pass. But if you're not in the race, there's no way you can get past nobody. So better you just set up yourself and hold on.
That's true.
That would be my advice for him.
Some race strategy from the coach.
Yes.
Olympic champion, Malaine Walker, and our first episode of Roots and Things here at the Pegasus Hotel.
Yep.
Shout out to the Pegasus for having us, host this episode.
Big up.
Malaine Walker, thank you for giving us
your time. Thank you very much for having me.
And talking about, your experiences, Jamaica, the impact Jamaica has had. My co-hosts, we're going to be here all week. We're going to have guests. Stay tuned. We're going to drop the next guest. It's going to be someone very exciting. The whole week is going to be exciting. Everybody's going to be great. Looking forward to the trial starting on Thursday. We're going to be out there. Unfortunately, Melaine, I wish we was going to see you running again, but we will see you in the future.
Next year, for sure.
Yes.
So, cool. So what do you have to say?
Listen, big up yourself. Thank you so much for being here. Legendary one, Miss Walker. And, as a Fitz said, we're going to be here from tomorrow, go straight back to Sunday. Yeah. You understand? It's a vibe.
All right.
Big up on yourself and the style.